welcome back to another wonderful AGP Creator Podcast. As always, I am your host and the owner-operator of AGP. I am Amanda Gilliam. And with me today, I have probably one of the most exciting and talkative people you will ever meet. This guy is a voice actor. He's been on Off-Broadway. He's done video games. He's doing an audiobook from with one of my best friends, Madeline Holly Rosin. I am so excited to have this. I want you all to welcome the multi-talented, the ever-exuberant, and probably the most exasperating yet intelligent and funny man I have met within the last 24 hours, the one, the only, HB Gibson!
And the award for the best intro goes to... Thank you so much for having me on. Wow.
Oh, dude, no, it is my honor and my pleasure. Oh, you like that? I told you be prepared because I just go off the chain when it comes to my intros.
Oh man, that's equal to like one of the things that I've always wanted is like if anybody was to ever to introduce me to be on like on a live show, or if I had to walk on stage, I said I just want them to play the end of line from Tron. Just
yes.
Just walk on. Boom, 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 boom. But this intro that you just done blows it out of the water.
All right, well, it's recorded and you can have it. It's yours.
Thank you.
We'll get that. I will pull that audio clip for you and I will send it to you. Then you can clear it up because you're better at editing audio than I am.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm going crazy in here.
Oh my God, the list of stuff you have to do. But I love being able to listen to you talk about editing because it does point out things that I can do to help when I'm actually doing either the podcast or even when I'm gaming and I screw something up and I'm like, oh man, I gotta remember that time frame. What am I gonna do? Oh Lord have mercy. No, this is an honor and a pleasure. I got to meet you the first time when we were with the last creator podcast we did with Madeline for the Boston Metaphysical Society, which you are a part of that audio book.
So exciting, so exciting. You know, my first audio drama, and I can't wait to talk about it. It's really exciting. And Madeline is awesome.
She's fabulous.
A waterfall of talent and ideas and storytelling. I tell you, amazing.
She's got an entire world in that head of hers. She really does.
Yes.
And I find it fascinating that here you are, and you were telling me earlier that you were actually looking for one of the other roles, but you ended up getting Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
But you, darling, have taught me the most interesting thing I have ever heard: to fall sexy.
Yes.
That is the greatest thing I have ever heard.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you're trying to do something, no matter what it is, whether you're trying to create a business or you're trying to get yourself out there as a podcaster, actor, or even a doctor, lawyer, I don't care what it is. As we climb up, we tend to, as rookies, we learn from our mistakes, and there's sometimes we do some amazingly crazy blunders. And instead of being mad at yourself or upset or depressed or, beating yourself up about, anything that you may have done or failed, if you fell or failed, fail sexy. If you fall sexy. Okay?
Oh, just fell.
There's a little character that I created called Geraldo, and I wanted to do a show called Geraldo's Sexy Time, and it's a comedy little short skit sort of a thing that it's comedic, but it's also inspiring to let everyone know everyone has a sexy. You have a sexy, you have a sexy, and you have a sexy. Everyone have a sexy. It is on the inside. It is not on the outside, it's on the inside. So if you slip and fall sexy.
You know, this is our show. This is my show, not your show.
Go
I want
ahead.
to be Mr. Gibson, I want to be sexy too. I want to be sexy.
Oh, oh,
I
the
want
dog
to be
has a
sexy
sexy.
too.
Oh, the dog definitely
Yeah.
has a sexy.
Oh.
Look at the colors. Look at the hair. Oh, the dog is definitely have a
Miss
sexy. It's definitely a
He's
sexy.
busy. Oh, Miss I.
Uh,
Sorry, I should have warned you. She does this every time I go on a podcast. If I'm actually interviewing somebody, she's like, I need to meet this person and make sure that this is okay.
yeah.
You're
Hey.
not, you're not, you're not unwrapping your present under the tree, are you? I have a feeling you've been unwrapping your present under the tree.
Hey.
That was a $10 bone, so please don't, because I don't really want to have to buy another one.
Is that
Yes,
Fizzgig?
this is Fizz Gig, and she's good.
Hey.
That's my She's my little chihuahua.
Uh,
She's a devil. She really she's like, I can be sexy. Oh.
oh,
No,
absolutely.
I just think it's great because, Thomas Edison had that one thing where he always said, I didn't fail. I just found 1,000 ways that it didn't work. And it's kind of like you've come up
Mm.
with the new Thomas Edison saying, oh no, I didn't fall. I didn't just fall. I felt sexy. By the way, I'm going to have to do that every time. Sorry. It's that weird me.
Exactly, exactly. If you fall, if you fail, it's okay to fail, but just but keep it in your mind, like, okay, I might have failed, but you know what? I'm gonna fail sexy. You
I'm
know?
going to fail sexy. Oh, seriously, somebody needs to put just a bunch of sexy things with failing and falling and everything else and make it a
Mhm.
meme and give you the credit for it. It's like the perfect meme. It really is. So what did you do
Yeah,
today? Oh, I failed sexy.
I failed, but I failed sexy. When I fell down and I made that blunder, I looked at the camera like I made it sexy. But you know where the inspiration came from? The inspiration came from watching some videos of people walking the catwalk doing modeling, and
Mhm,
they might have slipped and fell, but they played it off,
mhm.
and they would do something like, you know what, I might have fall, but guess what? I'm gonna make this the sexiest fall ever. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. Make your mistakes, but make it mistake sexy, okay? And then try again. And then when you succeed sexy. All right, there you go.
HB,
Yes.
her gaming chair.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she has her own game. Oh, I forgot to turn off my phone. I'm a professional, everybody. Beep.
R2.
R2D2, it is you, it is you. Telling me something's going on. But no, first off, you're amazing.
Oh,
From
oh,
your
thank
voice acting, and you've done all these amazing things for Off-Broadway productions.
you.
And yes, I've been going through your YouTube channel, listening to everything from your voiceover works for movie trailers to commercial demos. And even that, it's just, you're very talented. And I really
Thank
want
you.
you to know that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Amanda. I appreciate that. I
Oh,
really
my
do.
pleasure.
I really do.
Um, so obviously, there's a difference between acting and voice acting.
Mhm, mhm.
And obviously, even within voice acting, there has to be stuff that's different because, like I know that you've done a video game called Bloodwash,
Bloodwash, yes, from
Bloodwash,
Puppet Combo. Yeah,
and then you've also done the audiobook with Madeline.
absolutely.
How does it difference from doing like something like the audiobook to something like when you did the video game?
Well, both ways, both jobs. What you're trying to do is you're trying to you have to emphasize what's going on. With the audio drama, people are not going to actually see what's going on. They're listening, so you have to emphasize and what they call inflect what is going on in the scene. So you're not so like if you're in a room by yourself, so like say like you're in a you're in a scene and then you're in a room by yourself and there's someone in the house, you're not going to say like, well, excuse hello, who's there? No, that's kind of boring. You're in
No,
the
you're
house
supposed to.
and you
Isn't that
go,
what you do in a? Isn't
yeah,
that what you do in a horror movie?
yeah.
Hello.
But when people are listening, you want to grab their ear and you want to go, what was that? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? I better go check that out. And then you get it, and then you have to kind of like, give the action to the person that's listening, and with a video game, people can see you can see the action. But when you get the script, you don't have the video game in front of you, so all you could do is just visualize what's going on. So, and even in audio dramas, you do visualize what's going on, but there's certain inflections, there's certain ways that you deliver the line that makes the visual happen in a person's mind. In a video game, what you do is you deliver the line as best as you can visualize the game, because people are going to be playing the game.
Right.
And hopefully you'll have a director there that will work with you. Unfortunately, I didn't have a director working with me with the video game. They just gave me the script and just told me what was going on, and they liked what they heard. So
Nice.
I just looked at the lines, got into it, gave them about like 3 takes of each line as to what was going on in the game at that point. And I gave them whatever you choose, whatever line you choose, you just go ahead and use it. And they chose whatever lines. They appreciated they said, wow, this is perfect. Thanks. Um, so the game itself, it's an independent game. These are
Hmm.
independent developers. So it's not like that there's like a huge budget with like a director and like a huge studio and stuff like that. They're basically saying, hey, listen, you sound good. Uh, Go for what you know, do the best you can. You sound like you got the chops, you sound like you got the talent. We believe in you. And they basically trust you. If they choose you to do the role, they'll trust you to do 3 takes of each line. They choose which one that they like best. If they truly did not feel that there was a line that really hit the mark, they'll let you know. Just record it over again and then send it. My only faux pas, my only mistake that I made, and I made the mistake sexy. There was one line in the and this is a rookie mistake. There was one line in the game where I yelled. I play a cop in the game called Officer Burton, and I go, "Hello, is anyone there? This is the police." And I was too close to the microphone. And when I heard the game, I was like, "Oh my god, it sounds so distorted. Why didn't they tell me that it sounded so distorted?" But then I have to remember, these are indie guys. It's an indie game. This is their creation. And I said, okay, you know what? Maybe artistically, the distortion works. It's a funky 80s style horror game. It's got kind of a Tarantino-ish sort of a thing. And Quentin Tarantino does these little
Hmm.
quirky things that normally, like a quote unquote polished film probably wouldn't have in it, but he would do something just something quirky that looks like a mistake, but he leaves it in there because it gives his film that kind of that funk. So I go, okay, then maybe my voice coming off distorted is an artistic way of expression, and I think maybe that was the reason why they used it. I don't know, but yeah, Bloodwash is a horror game in like an 80s style horror style game. And I was very, very happy to be a part of it because I play video games ever since I was a kid. And one
It's
of
got a
my big
6.9 out of 10 on Steam.
yeah, I mean, and people, hey, listen, listen, hey, listen, we'll take it. I'll take
Yeah.
it. I'm like, hey, they like it, but
I actually looked into it. It's got like the PS1 type styles.
yes,
It's about a girl living with her alcoholic boyfriend in a rundown apartment complex. She's pregnant, and there's actually a serial killer who actually is targeting pregnant women called the Womb
right,
Ripper.
yes,
So
hmm
I might have to
oh,
check that out.
it's frightening. One
And
one
then
of
when
the
and then when I hear the distorted cop going, "Oh, Rose," I'll know it's you.
actually, it has an entire chapter. Not the, hopefully I'm not giving any spoilers, but my character has an entire chapter dedicated. Creators of the game, Jordan King, when he sent me the email initially telling me that I got the role, um, well, offering me the role, and I looked and I read it, and I didn't. How like you read things but you don't read things. You see something but you don't see
Hmm.
something. And then I went back to that email and I was like, I'm a playable character? Really? I was really surprised. I thought I was just one of the characters that you meet, in passing, and I had no idea I was a playable character. I was like, wow, this is great.
You
This is
realize you just sold that game for everybody because now I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna have to stream it. And then
Mhm.
when I get to your thing, I'll be like, "Hi, I'm HB Gibson. I'm a voice actor. Watch me play the cop." I mean, like
It's a
you done
dream.
this, but you done this to me. I just want
Yeah.
you to know this.
After I watch, my fiance and I, we love watching Markiplier play those horror games. All the gamers on YouTube, like Markiplier, Corey Kenshin, Dashi, Jacksepticeye, all those guys who play
Alien Isolation space.
space. It's space. I love that guy. And I looked at her. I looked at my fiance. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I got a job as a voice actor in a video game and have Markiplier play the game? And
Oh
and
yeah.
sure enough, he did play it. And Corey Kenshin did play it. And we were just like, and she and I, we were just like almost in tears because these were guys that we watch all the time. And here it is, they're playing a video game that I'm actually voicing. And I mean, head blown, and I'm so grateful. This is such a blessing. It's
Markiplier
wonderful.
Markiplier got to be you.
Markiplier played the game. It was really fun watching.
That'd be on my resume. So, what are your achievements? Markiplier was me for a brief moment in a video. Um,
Oh man,
yeah, and I
it
love
was
the fact
fun.
that those guys, they don't always focus on the main games. They do find a lot of indie games because there's another indie
Yes.
game out there. I actually know the developers. They created a game called Emir, and I saw
Mhm.
Markiplier play that as well. And
Right.
it's really cool that those big names actually give recognition to a lot of these indie developers because
Yes.
the future really is going to be the independent creators, whether it's the
Oh
podcasters, the let's
yes.
players, the video games, comics, movies, television, whatever it is. It's going to be the independent people that will
Absolutely.
eventually take the next spot.
And
It's where
don't play the game at night. If you
I
it
was
is.
going to play it in the middle of the night with a blanket over my head, going, "Oh no."
It brings back the old fun and the nostalgia and the warmth of those old classic survival horror games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill and Siren and everything. And that's the thing that Puppet Combo does. They release games with those old style graphics because there was just something about those graphics and those horror games. There was just something about them. There was just a charm to it. And big shout out to Jordan King and Henry Jorge from Torture Star Video, the developers of Bloodwash, released by Puppet Combo.
Yes. And
Yeah.
guys, I'm going to check out your game. And you should totally hit me up and we should talk about your game after I play it and we should do a podcast.
Yes. Oh yeah. As you're playing it,
Oh, that'd be even cooler. Be
as
like,
you're
okay,
playing it,
guys,
we
when
can.
am I getting ready to go into it?
Oh, I could totally commentate. We could as you're playing it, we'll
Oh my
watch it.
God, yeah, because I could bring you into my Discord and I could play your section. And yes, okay,
Yes.
done. We're doing this. We're totally
Right.
doing this, HP.
Yeah.
We're totally, it's done. We're gonna have this. Yes,
That's gonna
awesome.
rock. That's gonna rock.
Yeah, because just like me, you also have a passion for games.
Yes.
Not just being
Yes.
able to do voices, but you actually play video games and
Yes, I do.
you have a great passion of the retro games.
Yes, absolutely. Going all the way back. I mean, I think about many times I reminisce about being a child and going into the old store. I don't know if anybody remembers a chain of stores called Crazy Eddie's,
Hmm.
and I walked in and I remember how all the game consoles were displayed, all the different types of games. Like, you had the Odyssey, you had the Bali Midway arcade, you had the legendary Atari 2600, you had the Intellivision, you had the ColecoVision, and a whole bunch of other uh, consoles, Telstar, and all those consoles all set up, and you saw the different games on the on the monitors and how colorful they were, and you were like, Wow.
So, of course, I have to ask, what was your very first console?
Oh, wow, we're gonna be going back. There was I believe it was called the Magnavox, it was Odyssey Magnavox, and in this particular game, it came with these plastic overlays.
Mhm.
Okay, kids, a little history. Back before there were flat screen TVs, there was something called tube TVs, okay, and had
They were a
glass.
box.
And they had these plastic overlays that came with this particular console. One that looked like a tennis field, one that looked like a hockey field, and one that looked like a haunted house. There was a video game literally called Haunted House, but when you turned it on, all you saw was this little block, and that was supposed to be either the ghost or the detective. I barely remember how the game went. I'm trying to go from memory. And you put the overlay on the
Look,
screen.
that's a TV, kids. These are
Yes,
TVs.
that is a TV. I keep actual tube televisions to play my PS2 on just to regain the feeling, because there's something about playing it on a big screen TV with the widescreen and everything. It just doesn't do it. It just doesn't. For nostalgia's sake. But you put the
Remember
over
when a 35-inch box TV was a widescreen TV?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
My
much.
God.
It was. So you put the overlay on the screen, and wherever the white block was, it would illuminate or color that particular section of the overlay. So if you played the ghost and
Mhm.
you controlled the block with these two knobs, and it was a combination video game and card game. So when you look at the card, and it'll tell you where to move, and then you move the block over to this room, that room, light up the candle. You were either the ghost or you were the detective trying to find the ghost. It was weird, but that was the actual first console that I actually remember having.
That is awesome. Mine, of course, is the classic and the ever-loving Atari 2600.
Absolutely, I had that, definitely.
I had
Activision.
that.
Activision was
Yes.
the greatest third party cartridge company ever.
And of
Activision,
course,
yes.
it was just Cubert and Missile Command
Mhm.
and Joust and
Yes.
Pitfall and all those
Yes.
things. ET, yeah, I had it. I played it. It was
I played ET too. I mean, I know
it's
people hated
you
it,
know
but
I know people hated it, and I get why it has the history that it has, because for its day,
Mhm.
yes, it was the worst game.
Yeah.
But don't worry, because Nintendo 64 was going to push that and go, here, we're going to give you Superman, and then you know what's going to remember ET after this.
Yeah, I
Oh my
remember that
God.
Superman game, yes. Oh my gosh.
How did you mess up Superman? You
I
have
don't
to
know.
fly through rings, Superman. And you
Mhm,
pick up this box, it's
mhm.
Superman.
Oh goodness.
Really? what,
What is this?
what is this?
One day they'll come up with a decent Superman game that makes sense. It could be done. They just have to really think, really think about it.
It's not that hard. Just make the
It's not that hard.
movie and you have to go through the movie or the
There you go.
animated series.
Right.
I mean, it was based off of the animated series, and Lex Luthor, who was totally badass in that,
Mhm.
was like,
Yes.
fly through the rings, Superman, if you want to save Lois. Or why don't I just stop the plane from crashing or something? Something more around my speed.
Right. I mean, make it like a choice sort of a game, like a real sadistic choice sort of a game. Like
Yeah.
let people know, like, hey, listen, you may be the most powerful superhero in the world, but it comes with its limits. You
hmm
know. Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
always has, it always
Mhm.
will.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, no. So did you go to the? Kids may not know these nowadays, but did you go to the arcades back in the day?
The arcades were just heavenly. I remember there was an arcade that was part of it was in this strip mall attached to a shop, right? And the last video games that I remember playing there was Marble Madness
Hmm.
and Space Duel. which is actually
Nice.
it's my favorite vector game ever. Like, I mean, you would think that, oh, what's your favorite vector game? Oh, Space Duel. No, what you mean Star Wars, the arcade game, was not your favorite vector game? Even though I loved it, don't get me wrong, I loved it, but my favorite vector game has been and always will be Space Duel. It's like asteroids on steroids.
No, great.
Yeah.
Because I was bad at asteroids.
Mhm.
I always went for games like Moonwalker or Capcom versus Marvel.
Ah,
I
yes.
don't know if you remember seeing this, the old Return of the Jedi one where you got to be on the speeder.
Oh, that was so freaking annoying.
That was so annoying, but I ran to it every time.
Mhm.
And then, what was it? What was the racing game where you like you pick like you would go to Australia or something? Oh, I can't remember it. Do you
Oh,
remember it?
Australia. There were a lot of racing games that did that. Um,
Arcade racing games. Like
my
as soon as I see it, I'll
the one
know it.
that sticks out, well, I would say the first racing
Cruising
game,
USA. There's Cruising
Cruising,
USA. I remember that.
Cruising USA, yeah.
Yes. Cruising USA was also great. And remember they actually you had to shift.
Yes,
Remember you
yes, they had
actually
the
had to
shift.
shift. Oh my
Absolutely,
god.
yes. I think you drove a convertible, and if you
Mhm.
crashed, both you and your partner fell out, I think.
Yeah, my
Is
white
it
my lovely blonde chick just fell out
Lovely
of the car.
blonde chick, yes.
Sorry, babe. We didn't win.
Mhm. I
Did you
remember that.
fall out of the car sexy? I need to know this.
No, no, they definitely fell out the car sexy. They fell out the car sexy, definitely.
So if you haven't noticed, I'm very animated, so I
Yeah.
act out the stuff that I do. I don't know
Uh,
if you know anything about being animated or anything or acting. No.
yeah, listen, people tell me that I'm animated, okay? "You're so animated! Oh, Harold, I love it, you're so animated." And then the next day, they're like, "Harold, what happened? You're not animated anymore." I'm like, I'm just not feeling it today, Mr. Director."
Oh, two little peas in a pod.
Yes,
Are you
yes.
okay? Why? Because you're not overreacting. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was a staple and I had to do this all the time.
Right.
I'm sorry for taking 5 minutes to breathe without going and overacting the breathing. My bad.
Mr. Director, what is my motivation for this? I'm not sure I'm getting it. Dag, I'm giving you Thomas Edison. I shouldn't be doing that, no.
Don't worry. I got the Kickstarter. I'm getting Thomas Edison anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a blast. I'm so
Oh
looking
my
forward
gosh,
to
I'm
that being
so
released.
excited.
It
I'm
is
so
amazing.
excited.
I mean, what a universe, what a world, and I think I've spoken to you before, even before we got on the air, like yesterday. I said every time when I look at Boston Metaphysical Society, I go, it's such a beautifully laid out universe, and the first thing that I keep thinking is theme park ride. I would love to see this to be a theme park ride. This would be such, this would, and it's in a steampunk world. You go, it would, of course, it would be a 3D simulator,
Hmm.
and you get on the ride, and they give you these safety glasses, which is actually 3D glasses,
But they
and
had
you're
to be steampunk style.
yeah, but steampunk style, yeah, and you go on this magical, whimsical, scary adventure with the three main heroes, Hunter, Caitlin, and Granville, as they're like trying to get rid of all the ghosts and the wraiths and everything in 1800s Boston, and then all of a sudden here comes Thomas Edison trying to steal the thunder and everything. I'll save the children of Boston, and I have like this beat up old jalopy type of vehicle, and I'm trying to ram them and get them out of the way and everything because I want to take credit for uh, getting rid of the ghosts in Boston, and I just become a nuisance. And then they bump into my character, and he falls off and goes, oh, boom. that type of Disney style type of
Yeah,
simulator type of ride, that would be
even
so freaking cool.
basically a haunted mansion type style,
Yeah,
but Boston Metaphysical, which could
yeah,
work. But even if they did something, even if they could do like a full amusement park ride, even doing something a little bit like that, and
mm,
bring some of the horror comic aspects into it, of the
yes.
ghosts and stuff, because she's got some really terrifying ghosts with it. If you've read any of her
Oh,
books or comics,
yes.
oh Lord have mercy.
Mhm,
Even being able to do it seasonal and doing it for like Halloween or something would be
mhm.
really cool.
Yeah,
I think
but
that'd be really interesting. And then we
absolutely.
both discussed definitely animated series.
If
Definitely animated
Oh
series.
my gosh, it would be a it would I would love to see it as an animated series.
It'd be
You never know. You never know. I mean, I would love to see it, but hey, listen, I'm following the leader, Madeline. I'm right with you whenever you need me. So
Madeline, I'm not following the leader, but I'm still with you, but I'm telling you do it anyway. No.
we had a
Like that's
blast at New York Comic Con. We had a blast at New York Comic
oh
Con.
my
It was
god.
fantastic. Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to get my boss to get her to come to my convention. So I don't know if you see the things behind me, but I run the Gym
Yes.
City Comic Con on top
Oh
of
yeah.
all the other things that I do. I also run a comic book convention, and
Nice.
so
Yeah.
I'm trying. I think you guys would do great here in Ohio, and she
Oh,
can have you
cool.
come too. That'd be great.
All right. Hey, well, maybe we can work it out. Maybe we can work it out.
That'd be
Maybe
great
work it
because then I could go, hi, this is my friend HB, and this is the male version of me, highly over exuberating and wonderful and fun, and he doesn't shut up. So enjoy. Bye. Seriously, I think that's why you and I get along is we're two little peas in a pod. We're
Yeah.
very similar in a lot of the things.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I've done a lot of great podcasts, and I had so much fun on all of them. But then you just run into certain people where you just click, and the ideas are flowing and everything.
Ah.
It's just wonderful. It's
No,
yeah, fall
but
sexy, fall sexy, fall sexy.
is this actually no? No, but these are the podcasts that these are just so much
Mm,
fun
yeah,
because, like I said, getting to know you and your work is just so much
mm,
fun and being able to just
mm,
talk about stuff. It's
right.
always so boring when you listen to somebody like, "So, Mr. Gibson, you're a voice actor. What have you voice act? That's great. And your off-Broadway stuff. What did you do? That's great. Where can they find you? That's great. Get off of my show."
Yeah.
Well, that was entertaining. Great.
Like,
Have you ever heard of a thing called a personality? You might want to
exactly.
find it.
Like it's almost like an assembly line of like, okay, talk about this, talk about that, and okay, now move it out to the next section. You know?
And it's funny too because I see these people and I know some of these people. They look very professional. They have like
Mm,
all their hit points and all these notes and everything. And then
mm,
you get to my podcast. So where are your notes? Here. Well, what did you
mm.
do for research? I brought them onto the show before the show, so I got to know them.
There you go. There you
Okay.
go. There you go. That's
And what are
important.
you going and they're like, so what are you gonna talk about? Whatever. I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm
That's
like,
what makes
I
a good
mean,
show.
but why do I need hit points? I know that I know you're a nerd. We like the same TV shows. We
Mm,
watch movies. You like video games. You
mm,
do off Broadway productions, and I've
mm,
done small little stage plays.
mm,
You do voice acting. I
mm.
like cartoons. We're
Right.
both very animated.
Yep.
There's no reason for me to have a script today.
Yeah, I mean, why? I mean, why? It just, you get to know it. There's more to interviewing a person than just interviewing them. What you want to do, and what made all those wonderful talk shows so wonderful is that the interviewer would talk to the actor, and they made it fun. They made it
As a
warm.
person,
It wasn't warm all the time with certain
no.
guests, but I'm quite sure you've seen videos on YouTube of interviews on late night talk shows that have gone very,
Those
very wrong.
did not feel sexy. Those didn't feel sexy at
They didn't
all.
they did not feel sexy at all.
No.
No, 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 no sexy. That's not sexy.
I love this. I'm sorry. I love the running gag we have with this.
That's not
This is
sexy. That's
ours now.
awkward.
No, that's very awkward. No, but you do make a great point. When they go on to the shows, hey, how are you doing? Shake hands. What are you up
Yeah.
to? Yada yada. Let's
Mhm.
chit chat. They get like a
Right.
little notification. Okay, you got to talk about the movie now. Hey, so you're doing this movie? We got this little clip. They show the clip. Boom, bam, done. And then
Right.
they move to the side, and they just become part of the conversation. If there's just
Right.
another regular conversation, and that's what a real good interviewer does, is because you want the person to be comfortable. If all
Right.
you're doing is ramming about the information, there's no comfortable, there's no
Yeah.
personality. They don't get to know you, which means they're never going
Yes.
to get to be comfortable with you.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
and people will
being
see
it
it.
right. And people will
The
see it.
audience will tell. Yeah.
Right. And this also allows people, maybe I'm over energetic, and I get
Mhm.
that. It's like I snorted 14 lines of cocaine and just took off. I get this. I understand this. I may be too extravagant for some people. They're like, I ain't going on her show.
Nah.
Mm-mm. No, 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 no. I'll stick to very simplistic, or you could just ask me a question. You can put it up in a little written thing, and that's
Right.
fine.
You gotta
You
if
know,
listen, if you're gonna be on Amanda's show, you gotta be on your A game.
Yeah, I just want people to come and have fun.
Yeah,
It's
enjoy
like,
yourself. Be
so
comfortable.
I
Have
know,
fun.
and I know you do a podcast as well, and that's why
Yes.
I'm bringing this up.
Mhm.
Um, so if you were to get a celebrity on your show, what would be like? Pick a celebrity, pick the
Oh,
question that you would ask
wow.
them.
Oh my goodness. That's really good because I don't never haven't really had many guests on the show. I probably why do I keep seeing Chris Helmsworth? You know,
Because he's
I would
hot.
no,
I was just taking a stab there. It's okay.
Okay, so Chris, what was I would say your first experiences? What was your first performance? What was your first play, your first film? And how did you, 'cause I'm not good at interviewing. I'm good at being interviewed. I'm not very good at interviewing. So so I would probably ask that question. Ask that question. I said, well, this when I was a child. I just get up on stage, and there wasn't really many stages over in Australia. We had, yeah, I would have a pig over here, and I would have a cow over there, and the pig would be my best friend, and the cow would play the cop, and the cop would come over and catch us doing something naughty, and okay, that's a terrible Chris Hemsworth impression because he's Australian, he's not English. So, but I don't know. I have no idea what I would ask this guy. I'd probably ask for workout tips, maybe.
Uh, excuse me, Chris. How do I get those? Because my girlfriend needs to do laundry.
Yeah,
That would
exactly.
be seriously. That'd probably be the way how I phrase it too. So a friend of mine wants some workout tips because he needs some of those so his girlfriend can do laundry and just
Right.
going. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Like that'd be the way I do it.
Yeah, interviews were never really my thing because and if I did have a person on, I would just let them go. Just let them talk. I was like, 'cause the more that they talk, the less I have to think something up. And then I'm looking around like, okay. And then I find myself, am I listening to him, or at the same time, this side of my brain is listening to what they're saying, and this side of my brain is going, get ready for another question just in case it gets dead. That's the reason why I'm a bad interviewer. Yeah, but being
Let's see,
interviewed,
Chris Hemsworth. See, I would go. Let's see, he's from Australia, so I'd be
yeah.
like, so my first question for you is, do you know a really good place that I could do some backpacking out in the outback?
Oh yeah, well, you can
Because
come out.
because yeah, I mean, let's face it. When it comes to like everybody, everybody's like, and you've seen these people. Oh, I need celebrities on my show. One, no, you don't. You
Right.
just need a personality and
Yeah,
find the right guests that mesh well with you on your show. And
exactly.
and everybody seems to be obsessed with celebrities, and people are
Mhm.
always be like, well, what if and I'm just one of these people. Yeah, if I got a celebrity on the show, that'd be great. I'm still going to be focusing. Madeline will
Right.
always be on my show every time
Yeah.
she has something coming out.
Right.
Rodney Fike, you're always welcome on the show. I'm
Oh well,
always going to
thank
do
you.
just
Thank you
me and
so
my
much.
crew. I want people to still be able to have a voice because, like I said, the independent is very important to me, whether it's comics
Yes.
or acting or podcasting, gaming, whatever it
Mhm.
is, it's very important to me. But
Exactly.
when it comes to if I was ever to have a celebrity on the show, I'd probably treat them the exact same way I do everybody else. I
Right.
find something that they're interested in. So if Hemsworth says, well, he's into video games. So, dude, what video game are you playing? Oh, I'm playing Black for Blood. Oh, cool, dude. Did you see, dude? How do you like that? Did you get into that because you
Uh,
were in the
uh,
Left 4
uh,
Dead before this?
Definitely
Those
back
would
in the
be the
box. Yeah.
that would be the type of stuff that I would talk to them about.
Yeah.
Okay, you're into movies. Do you watch movies? What's your favorite type of movies to watch? It,
Mhm.
I don't care who you're dating or how old you are or how hot
Mm.
you look at your clothes.
Right.
Let's find out who you are. Let's
Yes.
let's have a little bit more fun.
Oh,
Uh, you know,
absolutely. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think that's why I don't watch a lot of celebrity interviews anymore because you always seem to have those stupid questions, and it's
Yeah.
like, why?
Have you
And
ever
you
watched this
get
video?
that stuff in have you go ahead.
There was a video. There was a video where I watched these most. It said the most awkward interviews, celebrity interviews, like when people were asking like just insane questions to the celebrities. And it's definitely a lesson for what not to do if you have a podcast and you want to ask a celebrity a question. You know what you do? You get to know them. Like
Yeah,
as you said, you get you find out what is Scarlett Johansson's like hobby. Does she have a hobby? Is it something that she likes doing? And then you can start talking about that. And trust me, that she'll light up and be like, "Oh my God, thank goodness this
yeah.
person is asking me about something that I enjoy doing and not asking me like, did I wear any underwear on the
Oh my
set
god.
of Avengers or something like that, something stupid,
Yeah, no, no, that
So,
you know, and obviously there's two forms. There's interviewing the person just because
mm,
they're on your show and you're getting to know them. Then
mm,
there's the ones where okay, they're doing the movie, then focus on the movie. So Tom, how does it feel to now taking over the reins of Spider-Man? How do you feel your Spider-Man has progressed throughout the years? Or Zendaya? So what is it like to be the
mm.
iconic Mary Jane and
Right,
bringing a
right,
freshness to her?
yes,
Those would be the questions that you ask. Did you guys have fun on set?
mm,
I know you can't give out any spoilers, but
mm.
is there a spoiler in there that you think was really epic? Because I want to see their eyes light up. Oh yeah, I can't say anything, but that would be those would be the types of interviews that you would want to do if you're talking about the movie. Other
Yeah.
than that, focus on them. They're human beings.
Yeah. What did you guys do on set for fun? I mean, like, away from the cameras, away from everything else. Okay, you're on
Yeah,
set and you're, passing the time. What are you guys doing?
yeah. Who
Just
threw
ask
the
yourself, what
first?
are you doing?
So who threw the first water ball? Yeah, I mean, see, and the reason why we're talking, and the reason why I'm bringing
Mm,
this stuff up is because what you do, what I do, it's all based off of personality and
mhm,
respecting other people's personalities.
right.
Whether you're on stage,
Mm,
performing with another actor, and
yes.
by the way, I'm very old school, so please forgive me when I say actor, I mean actors in general.
Yes.
I
Yes.
grew up in the whole male actor, female actor, not the
Mhm,
word actress, so I'm still very old school, and I still just use the word actor as
right.
it's not synonymous with gender.
Yes.
So when I say actor, I mean both male and female.
Mm,
But even being on there, you have to be respectful of the other people around you, stuff like that.
right.
And so it's actually interesting. And you could correct me if I'm wrong, that
Mm.
with everything that you do, everything still, even though it's all different, it's still somewhat similar.
Let's see. I I always look forward to the next role. Every role to me is a new adventure. Yeah, as an actor, there are certain exercises and things that you do to get into character. First you gotta first you read the script. You read the script, you read the entire script. The one thing that a lot of beginner actors they do is they go straight to their part so that they can learn their lines. That's a no-no. What you do is you read the entire script so that way you know what's going on in the world, so that when you do deliver those lines, it's more convincing. The who, the what, the where, and the why, and the how. what's your objective? What does the character want from the other character? What does he or she want in this particular scene, in this particular, what is your goal? And once you've
Right.
achieved those goals, uh people go, well, how do you remember all those lines? You know what? When you know what the hell is going on in the
Going
scene,
on.
and you know the conversation of what's happening here, the lines come to you. It just falls
Yeah.
into place because you know what's going on and you
But
know
you
the
make a
feel of
great
it.
point. You make a really great point. Let's say the word is Steve. Okay.
Steve, yeah,
If you haven't read anybody else's thing and you go in and go, Steve,
right,
what if that's not the inflection you're supposed to be making because you and Steve just had a fight? Steve
right,
just said something and you're supposed to be
mhm,
like, Steve,
yeah.
you know,
It's something
you've
called the
got to
moment
read the
before.
whole script.
Yeah,
You've
it's
got
something
to.
exactly. It's something called the moment before. And
Hmm.
sometimes the moment before is not written. And if it's not written, the director ought to tell you, you know.
Hmm.
And like what just happened? Okay, the opening scene is what? Okay, you're waking up in the morning. That's fine. You're waking up in the morning. But what happened yesterday? And is the residue of what happened to you yesterday still on you? Did something happen last night? Did you party last night? Did you have a good session with whoever you were with that night? Did you exercise yesterday? Did you have a workout yesterday? Did you have like a bad day at work or a good day at work and you're looking forward to today, and how are you feeling? What's going on? And then you can
Right.
deliver that emotion, then you can deliver that performance that's convincing. Do not, beginner actors, don't just memorize your line. Learn everybody else's line and learn your place of where you are and what you're doing in that scene, and your performance will come out so much better.
Yeah. I, I
Yeah.
I totally agree with that
Mm.
because you can't act if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, if you
How are
don't know
you
what's
supposed to
going
be?
on, yeah.
You don't. How are you supposed to act if you don't know you're supposed to be sad, upset,
Mm.
scared,
Right.
confused? You need
Mm.
to know.
Right. And ask questions. And there may be some times where you'll get a job where, like with Bloodwash, I got the lines, but I did not know exactly what was happening. All I
Hmm.
know is that my character was called to investigate something, and all I'm doing is an investigation, trying to put pieces together and just say it was a disturbance. So then I had to go into that mode. I had to go into that cop mode, and then
Right.
like, okay, dispatch said that there was something, that there was a disturbance over here, but it's strange. I can't seem to find anybody. So and then this stuff. Well, I already gave away a
Hmm.
couple lines from the from the game.
Yeah.
You gotta
So he
want you,
walked up
you
to
gotta play the
the.
rest. So
He walked up to the doorway.
yeah.
FBI, open up! No.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing. Microphone technique is important, when you're doing voiceover and everything, because I had to learn that, like there are scenes where you may have to yell and be loud, and you have to be able to record yourself yelling and being loud without it distorting. So you have to kind of tinker with things and have the right equipment and know, how close to get to the mic, how far away to get from the mic. There's all different types of techniques that makes a voice actor a voice actor.
I'm not a voice actor. I'm
So
just. I'm a
yeah.
podcaster.
Oh, hey, listen, hey, you do well in what you do well, and just make it sexy.
I, I'll make it sexy. No, Jesus. Oh, no. So, you,
Yes.
you phenomenal person,
Thank you. Thank you.
you got to do a really great play
Oh, yes.
with a legend within the
Ah,
R&B community.
mhm.
And I'm going to let you share who it was and the play and your
Yes.
experience.
Well, I was in a play called Tell Hell I Ain't Coming. It's a faith-based play. And in the beginning, the New Jersey production was put together by a theater group called Phoenix Ensemble, and it went over very, very well. We did it over in Jersey City, and then later on, the creator of the play wanted to pick it back up again and put it on tour. And I auditioned. I didn't wind up playing the role that I played in the New Jersey production. I wound up playing another role, and I come to find out when I got the flyer, when everything was all said and done, when I got the flyer, I saw Christopher Williams. And if anybody knows who Christopher Williams is, he did a hit
Oh,
song called
I
"Don't
do.
Wake Me, I'm Dreaming." And he was also, you know, his legendary role in New Jack City with Wesley Snipes. Uh, he played Kareem Akbar, and you know, he's legendary R&B artist. You know, he did, you know, "Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming." "I Talk to Myself," among others. And I had the pleasure of being on stage with him, and it was a wonderful experience being on tour, you know, staying in hotels and having fun, and it was an experience. Oh yeah,
That is awesome, and
yeah.
I'm so happy for you. I
Mm,
mean, I
thank
mean,
you.
first off, the song that he's known for, "I'm Dreaming," is just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
a legend. Yeah, it's a classic.
and so of course, this is, of course, is what we call off Broadway. Now, I know
Right,
what that
right.
is. You know
Mm.
what that is, but the audience may not know what that is. So explain to them the difference between off Broadway and Broadway. Broadway.
Okay. Off-Broadway is basically telling people that the play that you're in, it ain't in New York. Okay. Most of the time, most of the time. You know, you have plays that go on in different, you know, theaters all over the city, all over the you know, in the New York area. There's theaters all over the place, stage theaters all over the place in New York. And when you say off Broadway, we're talking about the ones that are not on Broadway. And we could talk, off Broadway could also mean way off Broadway. We're talking about plays that can be anywhere, you know. You could put on a play in any state, any city that would be considered an off
Off
Broadway play,
Broadway.
because when you say theater, a lot of people, their first mind is Broadway, you know. So you have
Right.
to make it so when you say off Broadway, you're letting them know that this is not a play that you're going to see when you go to Times Square, you know, on Broadway, like Hamilton and Aladdin and the Lion King and all those other wonderful plays, and Wicked and all those other wonderful stage plays. That these are plays that, you know, are not on Broadway, but there's still
Broadway.
plays and still good
It's still the
material.
theater.
It's still theater. It's still theater. Yes, it is. Theater is theater. All the
The
world's a
theater.
stage.
The theater.
Yes. That's and I had such a ball doing that play. I've had a ball doing all the plays that I've been in, you know, whether they took place in a church or in a or in a theater. My first actual play was a Christmas play called um They Sing Christmas Up in Harlem, the Lenox Avenue Christmas
Hmm.
Carol, and it was featured in a theater called the Newark Symphony Hall, the legendary Newark Symphony Hall. That's like a landmark theater. It has two theaters. It has a big main stage and it has a black box theater. We played in the black box theater, and it was my first play. I had such a ball doing it, and I said, "Man, this is what I've always wanted to do." And it was a sellout crowd. They added another night to it because it was such a hit, and I had such a ball doing it. Now, just a little tidbit, and I think I might have mentioned this to you before. With "Tell Hell I Ain't Coming,"
Hmm.
one of the characters in the play. Well, the play is about a preacher who dies from a heart attack and winds up going to hell. God
Hmm.
allows him to go to hell so that he could, like, you know, let people know when he comes back. He can let people know, warn people about hell and everything, and get their life right and stuff. Who played the devil in the tour was none other than Carlton Wilborn. Carlton Wilborn, if you remember the Madonna documentary Truth or Dare, he was like the lead dancer, tall, smooth, dark skinned, bald headed black brother. And cool guy, such a cool person. And we had such great, conversations, and there was a dance section in the play. Now, I'm not a dancer. In Tell Hell I Ain't
You
Coming,
told me
there was
this.
there was a dance part. It was a few moves. It wasn't a whole lot of moves, but I wasn't sure that I was getting the moves right. I felt a little bit awkward. So Carlton pulled me aside, and this is man, this is the same man that was dancing with Madonna. All right, coached me on the moves to get my moves right. He's going
Oh,
one,
you had to get those moves
three,
like
four.
Jagger?
Yeah, and then he goes 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and turn, and 5, and 6, and back, go, and 1, and uh, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and excellent.
And see, y'all thought they did that just for the movies. See?
That's how he sounded. That's how he sounded. That's how he sounded when he was coaching. I was like, man, I'm being taught by the man that danced with Madonna. What? This is great.
Did it make you feel like a virgin? No. Sorry. I'm sorry. Ching. It's all right, guys. Mwah, I'm here all week. It's what I do.
Touch. The rim shot. Bump.
I'm sorry. That was so bad.
Oh, wow.
I fired myself.
Did it make you feel like a virgin? Hey.
It was there. I had to take the shot. I had to. I had no choice. Come on.
Oh my God. Oh, and that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to things like this, just be relaxed, have fun, joke, and just, you can't be stiff doing stuff like this, all right? You got to loosen up, you know? Yeah, there you go. Oh, there you
This
go.
is trust me, because that was not in any script, people. Definitely not.
Pretty much most of this was damn near unscripted. I mean, pretty much unscripted.
I told you, I just come up with a basic idea and I just I like to watch it flow organically
Yeah, yeah.
because it allows people to see you as who you truly are.
Mhm.
And that's, to me, that's what Don't Bend the Knee is. It's just being true to yourself
Exactly.
and not pretending to be somebody you're not.
Right. You have fun with it, and I remember when we were talking. I think even prior to us even coming on about when I was doing both of my channels on YouTube, trying to figure out what I want to do with these channels. I like talking about entertainment, but money wise, I can't really get to the movies all the time. So, well, what can I do
Right.
that I'm also passionate about? And to put stuff out there and be true to myself as a YouTuber. And one of the things that I flow very, very well with is talking about old arcade games. I do something called the X Zone Retrocade, which you can see, most of the episodes you can see on the X Zone on Instagram. And now remember, it's zone spelled with an X, so it's called XXONE, so X Zone. And I felt so much better about talking. The flow with talking about the arcade games was so much more fun. I was like, wow, I really like this. It looks good. I feel more myself when I talk about it. But the problem is the algorithms and the audience, all they want to see is people rip up Star Wars. That's all they want to see. Or violence or something like that, or craziness or hate. You're trying to be yourself, unfortunately sometimes doesn't get the audience you want, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it worth sacrificing that? No.
No, you do what you feel that you're passionate about and do it the best way that you possibly can.
Because this is what I have to say. Eventually, people are going to have to eventually, people will get tired of it.
Yeah.
Eventually, they just have to.
Right.
I mean, unless that's actually what they want their entire life to be like. And then I'm going to say this. I feel really sad for you if that's what your entire life is based off of, is hate and just wanting to spread hate. That's so sad. And I'm so sorry for whatever happened to you. that that's all you can see and that's all that you can feel. And I feel really sorry for you.
Yeah. And on
I
that
mean,
note,
I'm not saying life should be rainbows and unicorns spitting out sparkles out of their butts either, but
yeah. So let me tell you something you already know. The world's not full of sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean and nasty place, and it'll beat you to your knees and keep you there if you let it. You and me, nobody else is going to hit you as hard as life. But it's not about how hard you hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How about how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, you go get you what you're worth. But you got to be able to take the hits and not running around saying I didn't make it because of him or her or you. That ain't you. Cowards do that. And that ain't you. You better than that. At least that's
you
at least that's
cheers to
part of
you, my
how it went.
friend.
Thank you. At least that's part of how it went. I don't know if I got it verbatim, but you know.
No, no, I knew exactly where you're going with that. That was great.
Thank you.
Fabbing. Absolute
Thank
fabbing.
you. Thank you.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. You know, it is sad that that's what we see a lot of days, but when more and more creators like yourself or I
Mm.
just stick to, look, guys, and here, let's also clear this up. We're not saying that you can't say I don't like this.
Right,
You're
right.
allowed to say you don't like this.
Yes.
You're That's fine.
Mm,
You don't like the Disney sequels or you don't like something, but one, never tell another person that they're ignorant or they're stupid because they don't like something that you don't like or they like something that you don't like because that's just wrong. And two, what we're saying
girl.
is don't base everything. You know,
Yes.
there's always something out there. You know, if your
Mm,
entire channel is nothing but dissing and all you're doing is constantly dissing on the same thing,
yeah.
that's when it's getting old.
Right, right.
That's what we're saying. We're not saying you can't do an in-depth review of going, okay, so Star Wars, The Last Jedi.
Mm,
Man, that is not part of the cohesive. It doesn't even feel like it's part of the trilogy. There
mm.
were some really great concepts in there, but
Yeah.
it was executed to me poorly. Yeah, the
Right.
action scenes were still great. I don't understand this, but then I'm hearing that it
Mm,
came from the extended universe, so I guess that's
mm.
the reason why I don't understand it because I didn't
Right.
read the you know, if you- instead of just going, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. At least if you're going to say that you don't like something, maybe put a little bit of context in there on why you don't like
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. S- I mean, bring it out and talk about it intelligently. Break it down. You know, instead of saying, "Oh, it's trash," and this, you know, I mean, everybody just gets off on hating something, you know, and uh, I, I I think
No.
that's probably that's one of the other reasons why I've been um on hiatus from my YouTube shows. Not well, mostly because of working on this audiobook and I'm trying
Well,
to
yeah,
get it
you're
done.
working on an
Yeah,
audiobook that's taking
yeah,
forever.
it's taking forever. Yeah, and uh, and then at the same time, I'm thinking about what do I do to go back to it, and like how am I going to do it? You know, I just don't want to fall into the hate parade, you know, and
Mhm.
like and I also don't want to be like having to like go and have to go search for celebrities and things like that because I mean 9 times out of 10, I mean it's already a pain in the butt trying to get one of them. So what else can I do? What
Right.
else can I put together? So that's going to be probably like that's going to be like down the road right now. But right now I'm enjoying doing the voiceover thing. And also it's a little something that's
Mhm.
going to be coming out on Christmas, uh, the 25th of this month.
Mhm.
I am in a fan film. That's the surprise. I'm in a fan film. The name of the fan film is called Combat in the Grid. Combat with a K. It is a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger versus Mortal Kombat fan film. It is a film put together by a gentleman by the name of Michael Patron, who is a cosplayer. This film is put together by mostly by cosplayers, and we all came together with our costumes and our abilities. We had a wonderful fight choreographer to help us with some certain fight scenes. And we can't wait for it. If you go to Combat in the Grid on YouTube, there is a trailer there, the latest trailer. It should say final trailer on it, and you'll see some scenes from it. And it's just a bunch of us cosplayers getting together, of all walks of life, of all races, of all my trying to do my best
Dude.
Carrie Tagawa impression.
The kind that will kill without hesitation. All you need to know is that you need my assistance.
And who the hell are you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nice.
That the song right there is an original. I forget the name of the artist that created it. He literally created a track called Combat in the Grid. It's called Combat War, and he was able to incorporate the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger theme and the Mortal Kombat theme at the same time, because as you can hear, it had that driving guitar that we all know from the Power Ranger theme. And then at the end, he went in with the Mortal Kombat, and the lyrics. The guy that sings it and he put the song together. He put such a great theme together. And Brian Edits, who filmed it and put the effects and everything and edited everything, all the cosplayers that were involved, friends of mine, Shelly Santiago, Michael Patron, my friend Adonis Caderio. If I didn't mention your name, charge it to my head, not to my heart. We all came together. We did this wonderful project, and it will be out on Christmas.
Nice. That is so cool looking, and that was really epic. And I'm so glad. I'm so happy that you get to be a part of it.
My first fan film. I've been wanting to do a fan film for a long time. Now, my character is a bit of a mystery. It's supposed to be a mystery. There's been some leaks as to who I'm actually playing. But when you see it, it's a very short episode. These are going to be micro episodes. They're not going to be like 30-minute episodes. They're going to be like micro episodes. But each one is going to make you want to see the next. Because I already saw the first episode. And you're going to love it.
Let's see. The moment you all are waiting for. Team Power Rangers versus Team Mortal Kombat. Two franchises that will fly at the 25th of December. Combat in the Grid. First episode will finally release during Christmas Day. Sorry for all of you that have been waiting for so long for the first episode to be released. But we are trying our very best to make our time of our project, and we finally did it. We are hoping you enjoy it as much as our team does, because we are just cosplayers trying to bring people together, whether we are experienced or not. We just care about the community, and to the end of this off properly, it's combat time! Dude, that is great. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you, all of you. You tell them that AGP says, yo, I'm watching it on Christmas Day.
Yes, AGP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, now I'm going to have to say, hey, guys, make sure that you go to Combat over on Instagram. Give them a follow. Check out their YouTube. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Really cool.
Please do check it out. I can't wait.
Look at the little surprise you brought me.
Yeah.
You're full of surprises.
Surprise you, I did.
Well, they tell you the best prize is a surprise. Wow,
Yeah.
what a horrible line from a horrible movie. Johnny Depp, we love you. Never play Willy Wonka again. No.
Oh man, listen, the classic Gene Wilder film. Even
Oh
though,
my
even though, from what I understand, the Gene Wilder film does not really represent what the book was.
But
That
no,
the book was way darker.
okay, so the remake with Tim Burton is more
Mm,
faithful to the book,
yeah.
and I get that.
Mm,
But the original's way for me, it's just so much more fun.
it's more
And no
fun. Yeah.
matter, I'll tell you this though, no matter what creepy stuff that Tim Burton and Johnny Depp did in that, none of it, none of it compares to the boat scene with Gene Wilder in the
Oh.
original. That just makes you go, I need an adult and I need a change of underwear, please. It's just that creepy. You're just like, if I just jump in
Yes.
the river of chocolate, is that okay? I'd rather get sucked up the tube with the fat kid now.
Oh, they
Ship,
just
ship.
keep on rowing.
Mm,
Nobody knows where
where
we're
is we're
going.
going?
I don't remember I don't remember the lines, but yeah, it was creepy.
And then when he starts yelling, you're just like, I want off now, please. No, but I do love that. Well, I loved Gene Wilder. He
Mm,
was always just that scene in Blazing Saddles.
mm, mm.
Oh, sounds like the drunk's awake. Are we awake? I don't know. Are we black? Yeah. Then we're awake, but we're very confused.
Oh man.
It's just it's just he's so funny
Mm.
and like in the Frankenstein, a young Frankenstein,
Oh yeah.
being able to be, and it's funny because him and Mel Brooks worked on it together,
Yeah.
and the fact that he told Mel Brooks, "You're not allowed to be in the movie.
Mm.
You're in every movie and you take over. You're not allowed to be in the movie." No, no Mel Brooks in this. Because think about it, it's one of the few movies that Mel Brooks does that he's not in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Gene Wilder's like, no, I want to be the
Mm.
star of the movie. He's
Mel
just
Brooks.
he's
He's
Mel
classic.
Brooks.
Yeah.
I am so glad he came out when he did to bring us the comedies that we have.
Yes.
Because
Yes. Yes.
unfortunately, that sense of humor doesn't fly today for whatever reason.
Right.
And
Right.
that's kind of sad.
Right. These days, people are very, very, they're
Sensitive.
sensitive, and they want, they want their rights and everything. And, I mean, I can understand the reason why, it might bother them, but there was a fella by the name of Don Rickles
Hmm.
who was a comedian that, where it was like no group was safe from Don
Mm-mm.
Rickles. But if you spoke to him, and every comedian from Richard Pryor on down, they would tell you that Don Rickles was the type of guy that was so sweet and would give you the shirt off of his back.
He was just doing his
And he was
job. It's just
and it was just
funny.
doing his, yeah, he was
If
just a
anything,
real
he
sweet guy.
incorporated everybody. That's diversity, people.
Mm. Yep. There you go. There you go.
But I will make one correction. You're talking about people, their sensitivity about the rights. Most of these people that are spilling, it's my
Mm.
right. No, honey, it's your privilege.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. You guys have learned. You guys are taking privilege and trying to make it a right. No,
Mm.
honey, there's a difference. You have a right to live. You
Yeah.
have a right to have a home.
Right.
You have a right to get a job.
Mhm.
But your privileges, that's basically everything else.
Yeah, he was an equal opportunity comedian. He basically would say, "Hey, you know what? Everybody's freaking stupid, all right? Everybody."
He's that type of guy. No, I don't hate just that person. I hate everybody. It's okay. No. You all suck.
Yeah, if we just we haven't learned to laugh. I think when you learn to laugh at yourself, you're able to free yourself from a lot of the things that make you feel ashamed of. And then those shameful things that you feel ashamed of, that they don't really hold you back anymore, because hey, you know what? If I can make this issue that I have into the
Mhm.
biggest joke in the world, that issue then no longer becomes an issue.
Right. So, um, here's a really good example.
Mm,
I joke all the time. I'm fat. I make fat
mm,
jokes. No big deal.
mm, mm,
I've you know, I've suffered from mental issues. I've attempted suicide 3 times in my life.
Hmm.
I can joke about it. I'm okay with it. And I'm not offended if somebody jokes about it because
Right.
it's a joke. You
Right.
just, you, the oversensitivity, it's not they're attacking you. They're not even attacking the situation. It's
Mhm.
just making light of something. And if anything else, when they make the joke and they make light of something just to put that smile on somebody's face, even if
Right.
it is that dark humor,
Mhm.
think how many people it brings to light that, oh, but this is still a subject matter.
Right.
It's okay. It's all right to laugh at situations.
Right. Because
It's all right.
because
And
then you look around and you see it gives you a chance. It gives you a chance to look around and say, you know what? I could still make something of myself. I could still make something
mhm,
of this life. You know, that bridge might have fallen apart or burned or whatever. You know what? Until I'm able to make another bridge, you know, let me see what I could do with this right here. Oh, I tell
right.
everybody, the one thing about because I've had friends and people that I've known that you know that did commit suicide, and the one thing that I try to tell people, listen, you know what? Life is almost like a book. Don't end the book until you've actually read everything. You know, don't stop. There's so much out there in spite of what's out there in the world right now. There are still people out there that are still living their best life. You
Mhm.
know, there you can you know, I wrote a song called Hang Out and
And he's a songwriter. Oh
yeah,
Lord have mercy. Is there anything Mr.
yeah.
Gibson can't do?
This-
Jesus.
well, yeah, it was a song that I wrote called Hang Out, and it basically says if I they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If that's the case, there's a superhero in me. Since I'm still alive, I guess I'll hang out and see what the end is going to be. If I keep on fighting, maybe I'll get the girl this time. If I keep on fighting, maybe I'll just stay alive. If I keep my faith, maybe the Lord will keep my mind. But if I quit now, I'll never know what I'll find. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If that's the case, there's a superhero in me. Since I'm still alive, I guess I'll hang out and see what the ending is going to be. So anybody out there that is depressed and has been thinking about taking their own life, hang out and see what the ending is going to be. When I say see what the ending is going to be, a good end, a good situation that you run into that you stuck around for that'll carry you on for the rest of your life.
If
Right?
if mine didn't fail, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, there you go. And also, if you fail what?
Fail
Fail sexy.
sexy.
Fail sexy. If you fall,
Dude, but
fall sexy.
that's a great song. When do I get that hit single? It, I- are you gonna star in your own video?
Probably, yeah. Well, there was I did do a web series that just starred myself. I played every single character, but the thing was, I looked at it. I looked back. You know how like when you look at stuff and you go, mm, you know, I'm gonna switch this to private. I'm not gonna delete it, but I'm gonna switch it to private. That was the theme song for this comedy web series that I did called My Name is Harold, Not Howard. And it was all about a guy that wants to be an actor and he's you know being swayed left and right by what he wants to do and what church folk want him to do. So it's like a battle between what does he want, what is his life actually going to be. And the song Hang Out was the theme song to that series. Maybe I'll put it back on public, maybe I won't, but right now I look at that stuff and I go kind of cringy, but
Still,
that
I
yeah.
mean, it's cool. And you're and speaking of web series, you're in another web series called Body Jumpers.
Yes, it's a sci-fi web series called Body Jumpers, and the story of that one of the actresses that was in the play that I was in, Tell Hell I Ain't Coming, Gretchen Natalie Knoll, when the tour ended, maybe I think about like a month or so later, I saw a poster of her on this really really fantastic poster of her in this red outfit with a sword, and it said Body Jumpers. And I asked her, I was like, what is this? And she said, oh, it's a web series. I was like, wow. I was like, I wanted to see about it and check it out, and wanted to, know what this was. Maybe it might be a chance for me to, to act in it. And I got in contact with the creator, Alex Fernandez, and I sent
Mhm.
him a picture of myself in like in a trench coat, and I had a little laser tag gun in it, and these red shades and everything. I sent it to him, and it was kind of like an off way of saying like, hey, I want to be in your show, but I called it a fan pick. But what I was really doing was saying, hey, listen, I want to be in your show. And I noticed, because there wasn't really a whole lot of males in his show, so I kind of took advantage of the fact, and I said,
Mhm.
might not be a whole lot of guys that might be might be going his way. One of the characters in his series is a villain named Primus, who is, believe it or not, portrayed by Bow-Legged Lou from Full Force.
Really?
Yes, from Full Force. Yep.
That is awesome.
Exactly. Mhm.
Oh,
And I got a chance to be in a scene with him, and he's really really nice guy, and one thing led to another. Alex said that it was okay for me to come by and become a new character, and in his series, and I became Agent Darius. The show itself is about a female superhero named Shiara, and my character Agent Darius is like I come along like much later in the series, and I become basically like a partner.
mhm.
And the Shiara is from a planet. Shiara and Darius, they're both from a planet called Euclid 6, and we're a part of an organization called IDA, the Interplanetary Department of Agents. It's kind of like interstellar U.S. Marshals. We go out and go get the baddest of the bad intergalactic criminals. Intergalactic criminals that nobody else can handle. They send us. And when I joined the show, I kind of whispered in Alex's ear. I said, do you mind if I come up with some fight choreography? Now, I'm not a professional fight choreographer by any means, but putting together some different moves to try to give it some more action. It it worked. Later on, we got a whole bunch of awards. We got an award from the Urban Action Showcase Award, which is affiliated with Cinemax and thank you, Cinemax and HBO. It's the Urban Action Showcase Awards the Urban Action Showcase is an organization that puts the spotlight on independent action film creators, especially film creators of color who didn't get their just due and their fair shake in the business, and they always give them a showcase to showcase their work and to let everybody know, no matter what level you're on, if you're a
Mhm.
filmmaker, you're a filmmaker, you're a filmmaker, whether you're in Hollywood or you're around the corner in your backyard making a film. And they give everybody a chance to enter their films and enter their works into the showcase, and hopefully maybe even be up for an award. But Body Jumpers won Best Web Series, and also won 2 awards for Best Special Effects. And it was really wonderful. We they rented out the entire AMC movie theater in Times Square a few years ago. Well, of course, weren't able to do it recently because of the pandemic, but it was really something to see one of my scenes up on the big screen when they were giving out the awards, and I'm sitting in the audience with the rest of the crew and everything. And Alex got Best Special Effects, and he went down there and got the award, and I was like, yeah, this is really cool. And this is the nominees for Best Special Effects in a Web Series. And then my scene comes up, and I go, whoa, and everybody's like patting me on the back like, hello, hello, yeah, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, this is great. But they keep showing the same one over and over and over again, and it's I'm not saying anything. She's saying stuff. I'm just standing there, not saying anything. I'm like, yeah, this is good, but
That is so cool, though.
why didn't they use the
Dude.
part one where I'm actually saying something? Okay, all right. But it did win awards, and we're now in I think our 3rd season. We've been like on hiatus for like a long time,
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
yeah, that also was during the time when I was in much better shape. I got the COVID weight on now, so but fortunately, We do have a little gym upstairs in the house, which I still have to put
Aw.
together. So have to put together.
That's
And
the workout right there.
yeah, Agent Darius will be back. We just don't know when. But yes, Body Jumpers is a wonderful experience. We also have Body Jumper comic books. There's a one-shot comic book featuring my character, Agent Darius. It's called Body Jumpers: Sins of the Past, and my character's on the cover. And it's really surreal seeing a character that you play in comic book form. It's really wonderful. So, yep.
Dear boss from Gym City, need you to find me this comic book. Thank you.
The Body Jumpers comic book. Yeah.
You think I won't find it, but I will.
Oh, I think it's still available on Amazon. I think.
Oh, but I'm gonna go through my comic connections. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Comic
Cool.
connections.
Very cool. Very cool. Yep.
So unfortunately, it's already 1:30 because you and I
Oh,
could probably
yeah.
talk till forever. But as you know, today is also the AGP Christmas company party, so there's
Oh,
cookies that still need to be baked.
oh no. I'm thinking that the cook is already done. I mean,
No. Okay, so my cookies are strange. I make them and then I wrap them and I have to freeze them and then
right.
I could take them out the next morning and then I can start baking them. They just
Okay.
taste better that way. Plus, you get that little fluffy floop floop
Yeah.
thingy.
Yeah.
So you gotta have them all fabby.
Yeah.
But
Fabby.
one, thank you so much for doing this show. I am
Oh,
so
thank
happy
you.
that you came on to this show.
Thank you. I'm glad that you had me on. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I've had a blast, and I really do hope that you come on again because oh my God, there's just so much more to pick across with you because you're a
Oh
man who does
yeah.
everything. When your bio says you're multi-talented, that's an understatement.
Oh. wait,
Hi.
wait,
So
wait
I'm
till
an
you see the
actor and I do shows and I'm a voice actor and I do
Mhm.
voiceovers and I did films. Oh, and I wrote this song, but it's no big deal. I'm just
Yeah.
nobody. I'm so humble. Oh my God.
Hey, listen, I just do what I do, jack of all trades, master of none, and as I said before, if I ever fall, I fall sexy. There we go. So
Oh yeah,
there we
yeah. But
go.
I mean, come on. Okay, first off, I gotta show this off. Okay, dude's got an IMDb page. People, come on. He's got an. I mean,
Well, and there it is. I am DB. So,
I mean, like, he's like, my filmography, where have I been an actor? My 18 credits. I'm a producer, a director, a writer. I do stunts. I'm a composer. Okay, all right. Is there anything Mr. Gibson can't do?
oh wow, is there anything that I can't do?
He's
Swim.
like, I'm not a dancer, but then really, you can't swim.
I could float and I could drown probably, but
Somebody
oh
teaches
man.
me how to swim. Throw him off a boat. Splish. Swim.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've had my hand in pretty much just about everything. I mean, I always said that if I couldn't get a role in somebody else's film or anything like that, I said, well, you know what? I have a camera here. I could always just podcast or do something on YouTube and everything. And that's basically where the podcasting and the YouTubing came from. Was like, you know what? I've always wanted to have my own show, my own little talk show and everything. Let me just do this. And I auditioned for this. If I get that role, fine. At least being in front of the camera just makes me feel significant. So
Well, you are significant. You're amazing and
thank
uber
you.
talented.
Thank
And
you.
I'm one of the lucky people that I get to go, this guy and we're gonna get along. We're gonna be like buds. We're gonna be
Oh yeah.
friends. And I get to go, I'm gonna be one of the few people in this world that gets to go, yeah, HB Gibson, that's a friend of mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really cool.
Thank you.
I get to talk and hang out with him all the time. And that is an honor and a privilege that is awesome.
Oh, thank you. And I'm honored to hear that. Thank you very much. Really
My
appreciate
pleasure. But of course, guys, make sure that you guys check him out. Obviously, he's on IMDb. No.
that.
Which of course is in the description that I have down here. But no, seriously, guys,
Yes.
go check out his YouTube page. Go check out his he's on Facebook, he's on Twitter. He's on Instagram. He's
Yes.
everywhere. All the links are down here in the description during the video, so you can always grab them, rewatch it, grab it from there. Also, once the video gets edited, it'll be up over on our YouTube channel, so you can check it out. You can grab all the links from there as well. And once the video is highlighted and saved here on Twitch, it'll also have all of his links in there as well. So you can find him. And I highly recommend that you do so. He's not only is he a great person and a lot of fun to hang out with, but he truly is multi-talented. From his voices to his compassion, you're one of a kind.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank
It
you
is my
very
pleasure.
much.
And of course, guys, go ahead.
That's better than coffee. And I even though I just had a huge cup, that was better than coffee. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna take that because I drink Diet Coke. I can't drink coffee.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, no problem.
No, it's funny. I'm one of those weird people. Coffee just no. I'll stick to energy drinks and Diet Coke. I'm good.
Oh yeah. Favorite energy drink of all time. They don't even sell in the stores anymore. I mean, you have to go to like certain parts of the country to get it. Like when I lived in Atlanta for 6 months before we came back, there's okay. When I tell you the name of the energy drink, you're gonna laugh. All right. The name of the energy drink is called Balls. BAWLS. I found out about this drink via a video game, believe it or not, called Run Like Hell that was released years ago. 2 things came out of that game. There's several things. Number 1, Lance Hendrickson was in it. Kate Mulgrew was in it. And I forget the other person. Roscoe Brown was also in it. And 2 other things that came out of that game that was so wonderful. Balls energy drink, which was one of your power-ups. And the music of Breaking Benjamin.
Nice.
Yes, Breaking
I
Benjamin.
actually have heard of it. I haven't seen Balls around in forever. I've always been a Rockstar Fruit Punch type of girl.
Oh yeah, Rockstar's good. Oh, Rockstar's wonderful. If you
I love it.
Get your hands on Rockstar, yeah.
Oh, they're on sale right now. If you buy 9 or more, they're only $1 at Kroger's. My mom looked at that. I went shopping with my mom on Friday, and my mom's like, are you getting any food? No, they're $1 a piece. This is all I need. Bye. My mom's like, what the? She's like, a girl can't live off of. Yes, I can. I have Diet Coke too to sustain for good.
Oh. Yeah, that's what we live on these days.
Obviously, I'm doing a good job because I've broken him twice during this interview. So obviously, I'm doing a great job as a host.
Oh yeah, fabulous, fabulous, wonderful. It's probably one of the best times I've ever had on a podcast. This was great. This was absolutely great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. And guys, if you want more AGP, make sure that you check us out because we're also over on YouTube where you get to watch our non-live streams as well as all of the podcasts. And of course, we're over on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. Join the Reddit. Bring up some of your favorite clips. Give me some of your fan art. I want to see it. And of course, check out all of our funny clips that always head up over on our TikTok. Make sure to check those out as well. Okay, on that note, HB, thank you again so much for doing the show. I can't wait to have you on again because there's just
absolutely.
I think you and I could probably sit here for 3 days talking, and that'd be like a really long podcast. But, but as always, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show, and to all of you that are out there watching, I greatly appreciate it. And on that note, we hope you all have a great time, and we'll probably see you after Christmas. Bye.
Bye-bye. Happy holidays.
Yay.